Hey guys, it's Micah. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all the things you need to create a beginner leopard gecko enclosure. Okay, so first you'll obviously need an enclosure. The size of the enclosure you'll want at least, if you're getting a baby, so under a year old, you'd want at least a 20-gallon. But if you're getting an adult, so a year old or over, you'll want at least a 40-gallon. A 40-gallon is a 36 by 18 by 18 enclosure in inches, but it's best to just go ahead and get the 40-gallon even if you have a baby. That will not harm the baby. It will not stress the baby out as long as you properly clutter it and heat it. The second item you will need is paper towels. So what you do with the paper towels is these will go on the bottom of your enclosure where your substrate will go. So this will be your substrate for the first 3 months, no matter how old your Leo is, even if they are a year or over. The first 3 months are the quarantine period. After the 3-month quarantine with your paper towels, you can then switch to a safe, loose substrate. I personally use organic topsoil mixed with children's play sand. It is a 70-30 mixture, and I have a video of me actually mixing it in my video previously. The third item you will need is a water bowl. I get a lot of comments, like on TikTok, saying that leopard geckos or just reptiles in general don't need water provided because they get their hydration from the insects. That's not true. If provided, reptiles will drink water. Most of the time will not see them do it, especially leopard geckos, because they are crepuscular and they most of the time only come out during dusk and dawn. I believe this is the fourth item. You will need a little calcium dish. I made this one myself. This size, I've used bigger and just not filled it up all the way. But this is for calcium without D3. So this gets left in the enclosure at all times, so they always have access to some calcium. But make sure you do not use calcium with D3 because they can OD on that. This is the fifth item, hides. You will need, in the beginning, this is just the bare minimum basically, at least 3 hides, with the middle hide being an enclosed hide. So that means it has a bottom, it has a top, and they can enter through here. You take off the top. I have a lot of questions about it, what the word enclosed means. That hide will be in the middle of the enclosure, and you fill that with sphagnum moss or paper towels and you mist it with water. That is what's called the humid hide. They will need it in the enclosure 24/7. A lot of people try to just put it in there when they notice they're starting to shed. Please don't do that. Have it in the enclosure 24/7. You'll also need a mister, like a little, they have specific reptile ones that you like pump, or like the brand is like, you'll get them on like, I think like Pangea has them on their website, or you can get them at PetSmart. They are like $8 to $10. Do not get those. It's such a waste of money. This is from Dollar Tree. Look how big it is. Like, and it has like the little measurements and stuff right here, which I don't use, but from Dollar Tree, it was $1.25. It works the same as like a reptile branded one. Don't waste your money. This is for when you spray the humid hide. Do not mist the rest of the enclosure. You can give them respiratory issues if you do mist the enclosure, so please only use this to mist your sphagnum moss or your paper towels that are in your humid hide. Going along with bowls, you will also need a food bowl. Some people don't have a food bowl. I prefer to have one because I like putting the insects in, dusting them with either the calcium with D3, or if it's time, every 4th feeding, you do the multivitamin. I prefer having a bowl for that. Some people mix it up in like a little baggie. Okay, I don't have it in my hands. The next thing you'll want to get is a digital thermometer. Make sure they're digital. The ones that are like, you get at PetSmart and they have like the colored, I'll try to put a picture, those will not work. You need digital for it to actually be properly accurate. I like having them on the hot side, the cool side, and in the middle. Then you'll want one in the middle that tells you your humidity. That is where the humidity builds, and that is where your humid hide would be. And then let's get into heating and lighting. For heating, you will want overhead heating. Do not get a heat mat. They are super bad for your leopard gecko. So for overhead heating, you can use a halogen bulb, a basking bulb, or a deep heat projector. All of your heat will need to be hooked up to a thermostat. Now for UVB, a lot of people think leopard geckos don't need UVB, but they do. They need linear UVB. The most popular brand for UVB is the Arcadia linear UVB 7%. So basically that's all you'd need for the complete beginner setup. Obviously, as you go on, you'll want to add to it. I personally have 11 hides in just one of my leopard gecko's enclosures. The more hides, the better. But to start off, you only do need 3, technically. But they do like to hide and feel safe. So the more you can provide, the better. Decor, as you go on. Again, it is not something you need right off the bat. Like as soon as you get them, you can build up to it a little bit. Decor to make them feel more safe, more hidden. You could do fake plants, cork bark, branches. Branches are also good because later on you can add climbing enrichment. I have branches that lead to loft bubble hides. They really like those. Leopard geckos do climb. A lot of people will tell you they don't. They do if given the opportunity. Obviously later on you'd put your safe loose substrate after your 3-month quarantine, and just kind of filling up the enclosure with things that mimic their natural environment, things that make them feel safe, feel hidden. Things like that are what you're going to want to add on as soon as possible. I truly hope this video has helped someone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're getting a leopard gecko, make sure you do tons of research, not just this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, I'd love that. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.